Today I was reading Mark 6:45, and again, the disciples are in their boats out in the middle of the ocean, and a storm brews. Again, they are afraid. Understandably, the ocean is extremely powerful, and I'm sure it is scary in the dark with the waves crashing all around in a tiny little boat. But here comes Jesus, walking on the water, and they were scared. I think sometimes we give the disciples a hard time about being scared when they had Jesus in their presence. But they were humans, and it would be scary to see something appearing to be a ghost walking on the water when you're in the middle of this huge storm. It would appear to be something dangerous rather than something safe. Jesus simply says, "Take courage, it is I. Don't be afraid." In verse 50, he climbs into the boat, and then the wind dies down, and they were completely amazed. Again, you have to wonder why they were always completely amazed when they were walking daily with him. But then I think about myself. And God shows up for me repeatedly every day in many, many different situations. And I am always amazed. Two things I get out of this story. One is it wasn't some grandiose act that Jesus performed to calm the wind or the disciples. He simply was. This says to me, in the middle of my storm, I just need to settle into who God is, not what he can do for me or some huge miracle, but just for who he is and the pleasure of being in his presence. I need to rest in the fact that he's always holding me in his arms, whether I can recognize it or not. The second takeaway I get from this story is that I don't ever want to lose the awe and amazement that Jesus brings to the table every single day. I never want to become complacent or have his presence be common. There's nothing common about Jesus. He's powerful and almighty and capable of virtually anything. I'm incredibly humbled by the fact that he even allows me to know him to the degree that he does. This relationship is something I want everyone on this planet to experience. But more often than not, I see everyone concerned about the almighty me and disregard God and his power. Even worse, there are a gamut of people that want to argue his mere presence and existence and are truly, truly missing out. But they are so filled with anger and hurt that they refuse to see the truth. I can't make anyone crave Jesus the way I do. All I can do is share it and trust that God brings the right people into my bubble who want this passionate, intimate relationship that I experience. Then, if I get the chance to disciple someone and show them the way, that is the biggest honor I could ever receive. Because when that occurs and the person gets it, there is no greater reward or blessing that I have ever experienced. And I rejoice with the angels in heaven when that occurs.